recording.
Okay.
Does it look good?
Yeah.
All right. So Inanna, I'm gonna brave this just like you did. I turned it off.
Yes.
Okay.
Do it.
For Inanna, I will be freezing.
Go.
Only for you. So Inanna, you're up first. So tell me, how did you feel about being in this role about a queen coming from outer space?
Thank you. We have the wipes if you want, but I'm fine. I'm fine. All right. I can't see anything, but I know you're all there, and I'm super grateful. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. It's great to show this for the first time with friends, and it's amazing. Plus, I was really longing to do something with the real people and energy. So thank you so much. I really appreciate. So how did I feel? Like an alien queen? So I feel that the thing that I really liked about this, it's that it unites the futuristic element with the ancient element, which is very Inanna, because that's also what I would like to transmit in the music. It's this connection between a futuristic, a hymn to the future, because that's where we're going and that's what we want to make better. But also the ancient element as a way of honoring the things that we've done in the past and that we could still recuperate to find better ways for the future to integrate better with nature. Because I'm not a traditionalist. I think there's a difference between tradition and traditionalism. So traditionalism, I feel, it's when you say, oh, we have to do this because it's always been done like that. But some things in tradition, if they can make us progress in a better way, that's great. Like, for example, I don't know, like vegan cheese, for example. You can. It's a new trend that it's better for the animals, for the environment, and for us. So it's better for the future. But you can make it using the fantastic traditions we've always done.
Pizza, like vegan pizza.
we have like 4 Italians in 5, so you have 4 Italians. And so that was it. I think it symbolizes this union of a way to look into the future, but with an eye to the past and things that we can recuperate to live the future better.
Yes. And I love the way you said that, because so using the knowledge and wisdom from the past and honoring those people, the heritage, our traditions, in a way that is better for our future. And we can do that, which is a beautiful thing, right? We don't have to forget about all the traditions or the way things have been done. We can create new traditions and adjust the old traditions to make them better for the environment, for the animals, and for us. So that's a beautiful thing. I think people need to really hold on to that as well. So what did you originally have in mind for this video? Because I know when you're writing a song, sometimes you tend to think of the way things might be, right? The way things are going to look when you finally get the video together. You might have an idea in your mind. So what did you originally think about when you thought this video will look like this? What were your thoughts on that?
I fact it here. So actually, my first vision, we were actually applying for a grant to make the video that we did not get, by the way. So for that, I made a presentation about this video together with Alessandro. He approved it, but it was a completely different idea, because I thought when I made this song, I really thought it was very dark because of the message. And so I thought there would be storms and darkness, and that I would be like representing Mother Earth, like tied up somewhere. I saw something very dark. But then when Alex, I have to say Alex, sorry. When Alex suggested this other idea with this light vision and this presence coming from the outer space and the desert, and I really started seeing it in another way, because I think the lyrics are very dark, but I do want, as a general message for this project, to be positive and to be a way forward. So I was very happy that we did it this way. Thank you to take all that darkness out.
We got the storm.
We got the storm.
So, and what did you think about the way the story came together? So how did you and Alex come up with this particular story idea? Because it is different than what you had originally thought. So was this something where you kind of brainstormed for, no pun intended with the storms. Was it something that you just came up with together? How did this all come to be? Because it is really unique. And I just love, even like towards the end, the imagery and the 3 different characters you play within this video. It's really incredible. So how did that all come together?
This time it was very organic, because normally I feel like with the videos we did before, we had a specific idea and he would send me, okay, this is the vision. But this time we kind of worked on it together. We were also like very busy, both of us, so we were exchanging messages and talking about, oh, we could do this and add this. So this time it was more and more organically. And then we also got these guys on board that you will talk about after. And so the whole idea for the special effects and the queen coming from outer space was also possible because they knew each other, and so these guys came on board. And so do you want to add something, Alex?
No, that's it. You're doing great.
Thank you. All right.
All right, well, Alex, you're actually up next. So you're taking over the rest of the interview. I'm just kidding.
You can go home.
Yeah, everybody can go home now. So now you're so talented. You have so much experience in the film industry, doing videos like this and videos not like this. You have just so much experience in an array of different things. So have you ever worked with something like this before, this type of a project before? And what were the main challenges in doing this type of a video? And especially, I know you ran into some challenges when you first tried to shoot the video. I don't know if you want to talk about that, but what were some of the challenges with this type of a video and really bringing this all together so beautifully?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Hi everybody, thanks for coming, by the way. And I would say that the main challenge was getting into such a beautiful location like desert out there, which is super cool, but at the same time there are some things that you cannot control, like the sandstorm that we got the first time. And I've been shooting in the desert so many times, and usually you get that kind of situation and you just wait for an hour, a couple of hours, and everything settled down and you can start shooting again. But that first day it was crazy. It was a huge sandstorm and we could barely see out right outside of our car. So after an hour and a half, we were like, okay, there's no way we can keep going. So we went back the week after. So it was a pretty, we're Italian, so we had some drama. And I think that was planned. Okay, we can say that now. That was planned. We planned the sandstorm. No, so yeah, that definitely was a rough start, but yeah, the second time was actually better. And yeah, I would say that was the main challenge. And the idea of working with VFX, I never done something like that, and I really wanted to. The cool thing about working with her is that every time we can try something new, we can push that thing, and raise that bar. And she's always open. So we start from a very dark video, bondage, and we went into the desert, so bright and sunny. So it was a completely different concept. But she's always so open, and we work it out. And what I was saying, so that was my first time working with that kind of VFX, and I was so happy to have Lorenz on board. And we just thought that was a cool idea. Also, we shot the video with anamorphic lenses out in the deserts because we think that's a pretty cool environment, so you can get that beautiful frame, and the sunlight was amazing. And obviously having those 4 dancers on with us was a plus that I really enjoyed, especially. So everything played out very perfectly. And once we got there the second time, everything was perfect. We really. And actually, at the very last minute, we didn't have Georgie on board because we wanted to show her coming on Earth and bringing this message of, but we didn't know which kind of subject to place already there on Earth. And then I think sometimes the director, the cool thing is about connecting those dots and putting pieces together and people together. And at some point we thought about a girl at first, and then I thought about him because I've been knowing him and his mother for a while, and I was like, actually, he would be the best. Like, he's the best match for that role. And so, yeah, I mean, putting everything together, people that you know, that you love to work with, that's, at the end of the day, that makes everything much easier. No more drama after the censor. Everything was super cool. And yeah, so, yeah, it came to life, like, step by step, and yeah. I don't know if I answered the question, but yeah.
You did more than answer the question, which is amazing. Thank you.
So you can
Yes. No, that's great. And Joji, yes, I agree. That was a really amazing connection. You're perfect for the role, and just made everything really come together and make sense. And it's just beautiful. I absolutely love it. So out of this whole video, Alex, now it's going to be really tough to actually answer this question, I think. You might be at a loss for words, for once, probably. You're like me. We're never at a loss for words, right? What scene are you the most proud of?
So many scenes for different reasons, but I would say I did really enjoy Igor's work on the dress and how that fit perfectly with the dancers' outfits. And specifically when we did that choreographic setup, the sun was at the best spot right there, and the gear that we used the Steadicam, so we could move around and really translate that energy, that dynamic. So I really did love the dancers and all the outfits, and that was my favorite scene. That's it.
I love that.
That was
An easy answer. And I love that. And watching you all in action was really cool, because I actually got to be there while they were filming this video. And I have to say, it was just incredible to watch everybody they moved. It's almost like it was choreographed. Not just the dancers, of course, because which is absolutely beautiful. And kudos again to the dancers, the 4 girls. You are amazing. 4 women, I should say. You're absolutely amazing, beautiful, and really added so much to this video for sure. I mean, that is girl power right there. So, but watching you all move, it was just amazing. So, now, and you kind of already answered this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What motivated you to work with Inanna again? Because you have worked with her in the past, and you could have said no, but you said yes, and it's such an incredible job. What motivated you to say yes to this project?
because you threatened me, I couldn't say no. So it was, I'm gonna make your visa go away, and so you go back to Italy. And I was like, no, let's shoot the video. So no, yeah, what I said earlier, the thing that every time we can try something different. In the last 2 videos that we did something completely different. So every time, it's about pushing the boundaries and yeah, just raising the bar and then experiment and just trying new things and in a way that at the same time it's also matching her message, her identity. So always keep it in mind and stay in that path, but like playing between those boundaries and yeah, does make any sense? Yes. And come on, we got a spaceship, so that's cool.
Yes, we got a spaceship.
You're not going to say no to a spaceship, and that
Right.
actually brings me to Lorenzo. So your special effects are absolutely incredible. So this is something that, I mean, I haven't seen in a video like this before. I mean, it's
From
just
Independence
amazing.
Day.
Yeah,
Star Wars.
exactly. In a music video, I should say. I haven't seen this, obviously, Independence Day, right? And Star Wars. That takes me really... The original 3, though, that was when I first, saw a spaceship on the screen. I'm dating myself, because that was back in the 80s. But Lorenzo, so these special effects were so incredible, and this is something that you really created. So this took a lot of creativity. This takes a lot of experience, a lot of practice. So what made you say yes to this project of bringing something like this to life? Because in a music video like this, it's kind of all open. You can do basically what you want. You were able to come up with this, which is just mind-blowing. Tell me what made you say yes to this video and your inspiration for the effects you did.
First of all, I'm really thankful to be here tonight, and I want to say thanks to Inanna and Alex to bring me on board. And yeah, it was a really great project because me and my team, we love to work on this type of VFX, and we are super big fan of all these sci-fi movies. So when Alessandro called me and he was like, "We have to create a spaceship," I was like, "Let's go." where I have to sign. So that was amazing. And yeah, me and my team, we had a lot of fun working on this video, especially because we had like, I mean, every time that we want to bring something on every time that we want to create something for an artist, it's really hard to, bring your style, because most of the time everyone have his own idea, and it's really hard to work as a team, as a creative team. And in this case, was amazing because there was a lot of freedom, and everyone bring his own ideas, and we merge it together as a team. So it's amazing.
And the result, when you let people do what they're good at and really, kind of come into their own creativity like this, it's just amazing what happens. I mean, you can have an idea of the way you think something should look, but when people bring their own specialty, I mean, that's really where you can really see things blossom truly. So what was the most difficult part about this project for you?
I think especially the most difficult part was surviving the sandstorm. But yeah, every project is different, because especially when you talk about VFX and creating things that doesn't exist, every project it's different. And I would say the last scene, creating the nature and the spaceship, but at the same time we had so much fun, and was literally what we love to do. So it was amazing. We had a lot of fun to do that.
And that's how it started.
Love that.
Oh, actually.
So
That's incredible.
it's a process.
Yeah, it's always a process. It starts somewhere, right?
He sent me this, and I said, "Yes, let's go."
Yes. And so one more question for you, Lorenzo. So out of this whole project, what are you the happiest with? What are you the most proud of with this finished project? Or it could even be a process along the way.
I think the message, because I'm really close to the type of message, and I really care about Earth and the environment. So I think that the message that we are bringing on the screen is it's very important for me and my team, and it's I'm really proud of it, because not a lot of artists talk about this thing, especially nowadays when we live in a society that most of the time music videos and music is just about showing off and trying to I'm rich, I have this, I have this. I think that what we did here was a really important message, that I care about it, and I'm so stoked that all these people and all this team come together to bring a message out there and share it with the world.
I love that answer, and I agree, because the message is so important, and nothing else matters if we don't take care of where we live. If we don't take care of Mother Earth and change the way things are going, you can't buy back what we've damaged, right? So we've got to change the way we're doing things now, otherwise none of that matters at all. So I love your answer to that. And Igles, you're up next. I absolutely love what you did, and what people probably don't know is that she's responsible for the entire look that Inanna had in this video. The makeup, the costume design. I mean, this is incredible. So you had a basic outline of what you both thought that this should look like. So can you tell us a little bit about your inspiration behind actually creating the costume design and creating these costumes, and maybe share some of the struggles along the way, or maybe what you're also the most proud of with the way this turned out, because what you did and what you were able to really achieve with the look of each of these outfits, each costume, and each time you had to do different makeup, right? Because there are 3 specific, very distinct looks in this video. So tell me a little bit about that process.
Well, my inspiration was, first of all, is Annalisa, the Inanna. She's my friend, and I really love her art. And when she asked me, would you do a costume for me, I was like, yes, of course. I was on a lockdown forever. So that was really exciting news. And then she basically wanted to be an alien futuristic queen. So I had my sort of ideas, but then she started sending me photos of what she kind of wanted. And I kind of started grasping the idea, but I didn't want to do exactly that thing. I wanted to create something for her, about her. So the inspiration is for me to go to Fashion District and look for some materials I've never worked before with. So I had to really improvise and very fast. So, and I think the first thing started coming together is the vest. And then she came to me for the fitting. And then she says, oh, I actually would love to have like some sort of a belly dance feel to it. I'm like, a futuristic belly dancer? I was like, okay. So my whole idea of the skirt was completely out because she wanted a different thing. So, and that's, I think, the total image came to it. Queen, that was the crown, warrior, the spikes, gold, she loves gold, so lots of armor, and the belly dance skirt. Yeah.
So along this process, and and I have to say that even being there in person with the sunlight hitting just right, it was so beautiful. I mean, you couldn't go to the store and buy something like this. You can't find anything like this online. You can find so many things online. You can't find an original piece like this. So what you managed to do was just breathtaking. So tell me about just some of the challenges and then maybe your favorite part about this whole project, because you had such an important role in this video because of being the costume designer, the makeup artist. So you're responsible for her whole entire look. And without that, the music video doesn't make much sense, really. So I mean, you can't have someone go out there in just street clothes and pretending to be an alien queen, right? That's not how it works. So there's a lot of thought that goes into this. You work really fast. So tell us a little bit about maybe the challenges along the way and then what you are most proud of in this project.
The biggest challenge was, I think, lack of time for me to create something like this. So I had to really work super long hours. But I really, because I care so much for her, I wanted to provide the best what I could do in that amount of time. And I think the proudest piece out of the whole look for me would be the vest. Because I managed work with the materials I've never worked before, but somehow put them all together. So yeah, and when I saw how you guys filmed it all, I was wow, blown away. It's really beautiful. Thank you for this.
And take a look at some of the pictures that Annalisa's posting online too, because you'll see the intricate detail of her costumes, and it's just, you really need to take a step back and admire it because it's really, really amazing. So, and beautiful too. So we've got a warrior, alien queen, belly dancer. we need to, yes. And the funeral, that was very touching and really strong. There's a very strong message there. So Joji, how are you tonight? Joji. I mean, this video wouldn't be this thing without you, really. You found the right person for the job. Now, this is your first time acting, is that right?
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about, how you felt being a part of this and how it felt to be on set. And maybe tell us, what you enjoyed the most about being a part of this project.
Everything was super fun. I had a lot of fun. At first, I didn't really want to do it because I was really shy. But then my mom convinced me, telling me how many possibilities could come with this. So I'm like, why not? Let's just try it. And I actually had a lot of fun. My favorite thing, there's a lot of things.
You can have more than one.
Acting was really fun, being there, and everybody was really, really nice to me. And the dancers were really, really good, really talented. Alessandra helped me a lot, telling me what to do while acting. It was really fun.
So how was it being directed? Because you haven't acted before, so how was it for you having Alex direct you? And I know some of the direction was in Italian, right? So, which is incredible. So tell me how it felt to be directed, have somebody, you jumped right into this being your very first acting job. Tell me how that felt to have someone direct you, someone with so much experience.
It was stressful, but at the same time really fun, because Alessandro, I know Alessandro, so that made it more easier because he's a friend. So yeah, he was a really good director.
Thank you.
That's so good to hear. So he made you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And your first acting role, and everybody was kind to you, as they should be. If they weren't, you just give me their names. I'll mark them down on my list. That's really great to know. And when you are comfortable on set, and you're with people you know, and people you trust, it makes it a little bit easier, I think, to get the job done. And you did a beautiful job. You really did. So, and I don't say that unless I mean it. So I do mean that. So what do you think about the video, the finished project? You can see it now and see yourself acting in it, right? Which is probably a little strange, right? You might get used to that. So what do you think about this final project and this video? What are your thoughts when you're watching this and you're seeing the whole thing come together?
I was like, wow. The animations were really good. Lorenzo, that was awesome. And Nana was just awesome as well. Her singing is just awesome. The dancers were like really, really good. They were really, really talented. And everything was like, wow, I've never seen this because I only see like music videos, and now that I experienced the backstage and everything, it's just really fun.
So this is not going to be your last time in front of the camera, is that right?
I hope not. Yeah.
A star is born. Right here. That's incredible. So now we are done with our interviews, unless anybody has any questions that they would like to ask from the audience. Oh, no, you don't have any? Okay. So, perfect. So we do actually have something really, really fun to show you. We have a little behind-the-scenes footage that we would like to share, if that's okay, unless somebody else would like to, add in anything here. Does anybody want to ask questions? You really can. Just raise your hand or step forward. Kim has a question.
I was wondering how old Georgia is.
Joji, she wants to know how old you are.
I'm 13.
Yes. Yes, that's the perfect time to actually start acting, that? Yes, it's a great time. Does anybody else have any questions before we continue rolling?
I don't have a question, but I'd like to add a comment. Someone that looks into a lot of ancient wisdom, I was deeply touched by the video. I started feeling teary, and I was like, what is happening? When I saw the pyramid, I was like, okay, what's going on? When I saw him open the gift, well, first you gave him the gift. And when I saw the gift was water, it spoke to me to a soul level, a cellular level, because something that I've been working with spiritually is speaking about water and how it's programmable and how it's so wise, it's an intelligence, and that's the gift that you came to earth to gift. And I was just like, wow, this is so deeply impactful in so many levels. And I was just like, wow, what a gift this video is. It's far beyond a music video and a message that reaches so many levels. I was just like, wow, hats off to all of you.
Thank you.
It's such a beautiful video. Yes.
I decided to do the water, but as a symbol of bringing knowledge. I mean, it's just bringing this knowledge and wisdom back to Earth on
Yes.
how to treat our planet and animals better. So that was the simple message, and the box was just the container of this knowledge. And the alien queen, or it could also be a woman from the future, that brings it back as you want to see it. But that was the whole idea. I'm so glad that
Yes.
it touched you.
It's
Thank you.
huge. So yes.
I have a question. Why
No, you
pyramid?
can't. No, sorry.
I'm sorry, you're not allowed.
Well, you're not going to see the video then. Why, Lorenzo, why a pyramid?
Oh, that was me.
Oh, okay. Inanna, why a
Why a
pyramid?
pyramid?
Well, it's because the whole project, it's a Middle Eastern fusion, because I've always been in love with alternative music, but I'm a belly dancer at heart. I've been belly dancing for more than 15 years. So with this project, I wanted to, unite the alternative contemporary with the ancient also through music, and that's why there are a lot of Middle Eastern hints in the song. And I thought of the pyramid and the belly dance skirt because I wanted a little bit of an Egyptian touch, also to symbolize, you know, ancient knowledge and things to rediscover. You want to add something about the pyramid?
And also because no one knows who built them for real, so maybe they come from space.
Yeah.
Exactly. Have you watched Stargate? I really loved Stargate. So. Yeah.
That's incredible. No, I love that, and the symbolism was there as well, which was, you know, really, really beautiful to see. So if we don't have any other questions or comments from the audience, we would love to show you a behind-the-scenes video now.
Let me. So it's two little behind the scenes. One is 1.5 minutes, and the other one is about 2.5 minutes. And one was made by a behind the scenes guy, the other one a little bit by Anders and I. And so just so you know, it's two little videos, very short, but they're funny. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.